In my hands here, I have an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5080 and an AMD Radeon RX 9070 XT. And whether you go Team Green or Team Red, there's no denying the fact that both game developers and hardware manufacturers are pushing the envelope when it comes to game fidelity and resolution. 1080 has been the mainstay for a long time, with 1440 being the next step for a more immersive, high-resolution gaming experience. But what about 4K? That's been a tough one for several years. Only the absolute top-tier GPUs from Team Green or Team Red could provide a playable 4K experience. With hardware being more powerful than ever and our little friend artificial intelligence coming to lend a hand, 4K gaming is within grasp of gamers everywhere. But that is only half the equation. Your PC can push out those 4K-sized frames at higher and higher frame rates, but you can't overlook the equally important factor: the monitor. And while yes, 4K monitors, they've been around for a good long while, vertical alignment or in-plane switching panels just won't cut it if we're talking about a premier gaming experience. You need to step it up further. Not even OLED, we're talking QD-OLED, or quantum dot organic light-emitting diode panels, which give the best color rendition, truest blacks, and all-around cleanest image. Now at this point, you must be asking yourself, what monitor could provide the best 4K QD-OLED experience, and where can I get such a great monitor? Look no further than this MSI MPG 321URX 32-inch 4K QD-OLED 240Hz gaming monitor, which is readily available at your local microcenter. Everything that you'd want is packed all into this beautiful display so you can enjoy Cyberpunk 2077 or Black Myth Wukong in stunning 4K. The only thing better than this display is the price, which you can check out in the link in the description below. Now, I can spout off a list of specs on why this monitor is so great. And don't worry, I'm definitely going to do that. But to truly get a sense of how good this MPG 321URX looks, you really need to stop by Microcenter and see it for yourself. Our monitor selection has up to 120 different monitors on display at any given time. And you can see the difference side by side between this QD-OLED panel and an IPS display panel very easily. And don't forget, MSI was named PC Mag Reader's Choice for Best Gaming Brand for gaming monitors and gaming desktops. I guess we're in good company then, because Microcenter was rated by PC Mag Reader's Choice as Best Overall Tech Retailer and Best Brick and Mortar Tech Retailer. So this is a match made in tech heaven. This monitor has a 3840 by 2160 UHD resolution at a 16:9 aspect ratio, which is 4 times the resolution of a standard 1080 monitor. And at a 32-inch panel size, you get great pixel density with sharp image rendition. The QD-OLED provides great colors with 99% DCI P3 color gamut coverage, Adobe RGB at 98%, and sRGB at 138%. With true black technology, which is a fancy way of saying each pixel individually physically turns off to provide a real black rendition versus typical LCD panels that use polarizing filters to dim the backlight, you can achieve a native contrast ratio of 1.5 million to 1 and a dynamic contrast ratio of 100 million to 1. With an average brightness of 250 nits and a peak brightness of 1000 nits, you'll have no issue using this monitor in a variety of desk locations, no matter how bright your room is. And pair that off with the anti-glare coating and the 178 degrees of viewing angles, you'll have no issue seeing what's on the monitor, even with giant studio lights shining down on you. There's also a 10-bit color depth and HDR 400 and HDR 10 support for superior colors with HDR gaming. The 240 Hz refresh rate means that this can keep up with what DLSS 4 is pumping out of your 5080 with Cyberpunk 2077. And this has a response time of 0.03 milliseconds for gray to gray, meaning each pixel changes rapidly, providing nearly zero image ghosting. With Clear MR 13000, which is a ratio of blurry pixels to clear pixels, meaning this rating certifies the clearest image production. Now, one thing I really appreciate about the MPG 321URX is the fact that the DisplayPort, HDMI, and USB-C DisplayPort Alt are all capable of taking a 240 Hz signal from your PC. Some monitors will be limited to just DisplayPort for full refresh rate and a reduced refresh rate on HDMI, but you'll get the maximum performance no matter the connection. And on the subject of I/O, for this monitor, there's two HDMI 2.1, two DisplayPort 1.4, and one USB 3.1 Type-C with DisplayPort Alt mode. And with a built-in KVN switch and multiple USB Type-A ports, you can plug in your keyboard and mouse to the monitor and swap between PCs using the same keyboard and mouse, which is a great feature if you're someone with multiple devices on the same desk. Now, the desk stand allows for 90-degree pivot in either direction for vertical or horizontal viewing, and tilt and swivel adjustments so you can adjust your setup to be just right. And since this is a flat panel, it will stack nicely with secondary or tertiary monitors on your desk for the ultimate mega desk setup. So what are you waiting for? Stop by your local microcenter and check out the MSI MPG 321URX gaming monitor for yourself. Remember, if you don't have a microcenter near you, then comment #IWantAMicrocenter near me.